Tomorrow does mark 200 days since his return to the White House.
Can't believe it's so quick.
Yeah.
I know. The president likes to call it promises made, promises kept. And when it comes to the border, economy, tax cuts, deregulation, I mean, he and Congress have been busy.
Very busy. Joining us now to give us his take on how the first 200 days have gone so far, Georgia Republican Congressman Rich McCormick. Great to see you this morning. Mark just ran through a few of the highlights. What stands out to you, though, as the president's biggest accomplishment so far?
Well, I don't like to brag, but we did save the economy from cataclysmal collapse if we were to increase the taxes, not only on businesses, but in individuals, the amount of money that people had on hand to invest back into the economy, shutting down the border so we wouldn't have this massive wave of illegal immigration to burden our economy, to burden our society with crime, drugs, even disease. I'm an ER doc. I can't tell you how much disease was coming across the border at the time. The fact that we gave a little bit of stability to the economy, people could actually claim that they actually knew what was going to happen next. That's really important. We have more to do, though. I'm really excited about tackling those problems.
Yeah, no, and as much as has been done domestically, I think the president's having just as much of an impact internationally. I mean, obviously trying to work on these wars that he inherited from Joe Biden, basically resetting our trade policy, tariff policy, allies, NATO. So you're a member of the Armed Forces Committee and also Foreign Affairs. What do you think the president's biggest global success has been?
This has been the amazing part of his presidency. When he first came in, I knew he'd be good at economics. He's a business guy. He's very intelligent, very well versed in all things economics. But what he's done with foreign policy has been brilliant. Maybe one of the best presidents in foreign policy of all time. And I've studied all kinds of presidents throughout history. But if you look what he's done to stabilize the Middle East, how he's been very measured on keeping us out of wars, what he did with the Abraham Accords literally deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. And it shows you how jaded that system is and how liberal it is and how much they discriminate against him specifically. But he's been extremely effective at brokering peace deals. Now, it's not all perfect, and nothing is when you're dealing with foreign dignitaries and foreign powers, especially bad actors like Iran, Russia, China, North Korea. They're going to do some bad things, but what he's done so far has been as much as you could possibly do.
And I know you said you're excited for what's next. So what is next after the August recess for Congress?
Well, we all don't want to pass a CR, and I hate to say this, but it looks increasingly like we're going to get stuck on a couple of these appropriations bills. We've passed 8 of 12 so far. Those last 4 are really hard to pass. There's always going to be holdups. A lot of people looking for special interests or something specifically for their state. I hope we get this done. I hope we continue to put pressure on PBMs and insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies to do the right thing, because there is a lot of profiteering that's making Americans very miserable. When you look at the health care costs in America, which equate to about $5 trillion when you combine tax revenue as well as individual out-of-pocket expenses for insurance premiums, we spend an inordinate amount of money on health care, and we have so much to do on that we have failed to do over and over and over again. I hope we can come to a conclusion on that and get some things done that don't include an executive order.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's so much to talk to. I wish we had more time with you, Congressman. We didn't even get to the mRNA vaccines. We'll have to have you back to talk about that soon. Congressman McCormick from Georgia, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Semper Fi.